paper, scissors. Today's RPS is brought to you by Wendy's. Let's head on down to Josh McCougar.
We're going to do some celebrity rock, paper, scissors tonight. We got the owner of the Beast, Renee Montgomery, waiting on the man himself, owner of Should Have Been Stars, Drewski. Renee is undefeated in rock, paper, scissors. She has yet to lose. Renee, are you ready? Here we go. Drewski, my dude, let's go. All right, let's go. All right. All right, here's how this works. We go rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right. You win, you keep the ball. You win, you keep the ball. You cool with that? Or unless you want to defer. Do you want to defer? Oh, you want to be able to pick. Got it. He got it. All right, here we go. Here we go. No coin toss. Rock, paper, scissors. Fan control football. All right, here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, come on. We got this. Let's go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, rock beats scissors. Renee Montgomery, what do you want to do? Take the ball. It's best of one here at Fan Control Football. Beast, Renee Montgomery takes it. Game 4. Let's go!
Renee Montgomery coming up clutch.
Yeah.
She's stuck to the game plan.
Yeah, it seems to be early on, and this is going on just today. Stay strong with the rock.
Don't ever start with paper. I told you guys this last week.
Everyone in chat just kept yelling, rock, 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 beast, rock, rock, rock. She's a woman of the people, woman of the beasts. She wins the ball, or she wins the toss, and they'll defer to the second half.
It does feel like a game of chicken sometimes. Who's going to try and ride either scissors or rock, whatever it might be, longer, waiting for the other side to flinch when you see kind of those rocks meet in the middle. In any event, these are things you only discuss in Fan Control Football. Rock, paper, scissors decide who has the football, and Should Have Been Stars will start on offense. 2 20-minute halves if you're new to the FCF, running clock until we get down to a minute remaining in each half. And we'll see Slade the Blade Jarman, one of the keepers on this Should Have Been Stars squad. Ladarius Galloway, of course, their franchise tag player. And then Slade the Blade was added as a keeper this week during the Wednesday draft.
This is the side of the matchup that I'm most excited for. I think this offense is very, very potent against a defense that is not afraid to tackle. They're not afraid to hit. I will love this side of the ball. The other side of the ball is great too, but this is the one I'm most excited to see as these Stars take up on offense.
And we go right to Galloway, checking the defense, turning the corner, and a couple shy of the 15. Fangio. Notice a QR code on the screen. You can scan that, and you can download the FCF app. You can call the plays. These OG teams, no cost required. You can sign up and be a fan of either and start calling their plays on offense. Draft their team this Wednesday as well as we look at our starting lineups for these two teams, the Glacier Boys. Excuse me, that's an old graphic. That Should Have Been Stars and the Beast. We'll come back to that momentarily as we'll get to those starters soon. We do know that, of course, it's Jarman in at quarterback and Ladarius Galloway in at superback. 2 big additions for this team that, again, as we told you previously, was the Wild Aces, last year's inaugural champion. And now, under a different ownership group, you just saw one of the owners, Drewski. They're the Should Have Been Stars this season. Looking to go 2-0. Galloway still on his feet, still churning, dragging bodies up near the 20. Galloway will be a little shy of that first down. Now we have our starting lineups, and we told you about the Stars, told you about the Beast and Jay Stu. Beast put a lot of faith in Quinn Porter as well, the veteran, some time in the NFL some years ago, and another guy that is a little bit older but keeps himself in tremendous shape.
Yeah, Quinn Porter does a good job of keeping himself in shape, and the Beast, their owner is Marshawn Lynch, so obviously their team is going to be based off of running the ball, so you want to get somebody that has a little bit of experience in a professional level and have him in as your starting running back position.
Here's our defensive units. Quintez Stiggers hasn't replicated the day we saw in week 1. Now, in fairness to him, a lot of the offenses in his first game steered clear of passing in his direction, but he's back out there again now with the Beasts.
Yeah, 3 interceptions in week 1 in a single game as well. Remember, these defenses play 2 different games. Look at that. Slade Jarman take command of the O-line here and making the switch.
Here's Jarman immediately downfield and too far.
And step for step, it's that man again. Quintez Stiggers saying no early on here on the deep ball. And now decision time for the should-have-been Stars. 4th down here. They stuck with the run early. Their first pass play goes right.
Jogging right here, they're going on the deep route. He sees that he has his receiver open in Calvin, but he understands. But one thing that one thing that Stiger does a good job of is step for step and not allowing them to have a pocket to throw in.
So quickly the Stars faced with a 4th and 2. Clock moving along, nearing 17 minutes as we're just getting started in this first half on the 18. Fans, don't forget to catch live FCF action every Saturday beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern on NBC LX and Peacock.
A-Dub in the chat, you're saying, can we not see what the fans are picking for plays? There you go. It'll show in the AR afterwards, but you can't see it if that's not the team that you selected to pick plays for.
Toss, Galloway. He'll get the yardage and a whole lot more. To the 10, to the 5, hurdle, touchdown! Ladarius Galloway is in!
We set up the hurdle earlier, Greg, and he does it yet again. Quintez Stiggers does a great job getting in there against running backs constantly going low, and Galloway knows this, hops right over him, and it's 6 on the board for the should-have-been Stars on 4th down.
Should-have-been Stars fans, you understand that your franchise player is Galloway right here in box. You give him the ball, he cuts it up, breaks the tackle, gets downhill, and then he finds a defender just to jump over him, and then gets into the end zone. This is what you call a franchise player right here. He hovers over him because you understand the DBs are smaller. They don't want to tackle him. He breaks his tackle right here, gets downfield, looks for somebody, sees that the defender is trying to go at an angle.
That was Quintez Stiggers who was trying to take down Ladarius Galloway. And a hurdle, someone in the chat put it well, Galloway with a quantum leap over Stiggers. We're talking about that being Quintez Stiggers' nickname back in week 1. And G-Way with the touchdown run, and then the knockaway here on defense from Samuel Brown, but a 32-yard burst for Ladarius Galloway gets the Stars on the board. Here's a second look, courtesy of Great Clips. Great Clips salons or walk in, no appointments necessary. Look great, feel great, perform great. That's Great Clips.
Sam Brown, the DB from Kentucky State. He's one of the good stories here. Another one of these young DBs on the group of heavy hitters. Both he and Quintez Stiggers under 21 years old. They are both very young and will continue to grow as the FCF moves on.
6-0, should have been Stars in front. Now we'll see Jason Stewart and the Beasts on offense.
Okay? 35 bounce key on first down, ready. No, read option from the left side. Going across right. Go here.
Camera's taking you right on top of the action here at Pullman Yards.
Go!
Stewart keeps it himself to the 20, and it doesn't get much further. Ben Hunt coming over, former Colgate standout, to make the stop.
Yeah, great read again. A little bit of a fake out there on the cameraman as well, but whenever you're doing those reads, what are you looking for here, Chase?
Right here, when you're looking at those reads, you're reading it into the line of scrimmage. You see that the DN, he breaks down and thinks it's a run play. Quarterback keeps it and gets on the edge. So in those situations right there, you're always looking at the DN to decide if you're going to keep the ball or you're going to give it away.
All right, fans at home, going with computer blue. This is the passing play. You're going to see the streak on the left side and then an option route on the right side with a couple of safety valves there with the tight end and the running back. Chase, you called it. You want to keep an eye on these tight end matchups or these end matchups here with how they line up. In this case, instead of running with the tight end, they just put another receiver on in, but basically same routes here.
Stewart with a 12-yard gain, got the first down, now throwing, incomplete, looking for Chandler. That'll bring up second down, and after the Stewart carry, got them up to the 21.
Yeah, right here, Stewart tries to get the ball into a small pocket, but he understands he just pitched the ball out too far and doesn't allow his receiver number 14, Chandler, to be able to catch it.
2nd down and 10.
Told you about Stewart from Alexandria, Virginia. Played at University of Memphis.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Saw some limited action there.
Really
If he does that shit, we just got to
And
pick
now
him.
back in the professional football ranks here in the fan-controlled football league, his first season.
Regular.
Hey, we're going 35 bounce, 0.48 pass.
So for the fans that didn't watch the first game, like I said before, here's a little tip I'm going to start giving out every week. The tight ends, when they're in the game, they're always getting guarded by D linemen and sometimes linebackers. So just always think of that when you're picking plays.
Stewart takes the handoff under duress, throwing low, and that's incomplete. Tried to connect with Caleb Irving. Took a hit regardless from Slick Nick.
It's that man, Slick Nick, Slickless as we like to call him, putting a ton of pressure on quarterbacks. He has been probably the standout D lineman throughout our, I guess, early season, but he is a guy that you always need to know where he's at and, if possible, double him to give your quarterback time on these pass plays.
He broke out the flip earlier today in celebration after his team played so well. Now in game number 2, we'll see if he still has some gas left in the tank for a cartwheel, perhaps a backflip. We'll see.
Last week, Greg called him Sir Slickless. So, hey,
he has many nicknames.
Let's see what he can pull out today. Right here, he did a good job of getting after Stewart. And one thing that Stewart did, like Degon said earlier, he just got rid of the ball and made sure that he didn't turn it over.
Play you guys selected to slide in the DMs.
3rd down, good block to provide Stewart some room to throw. That's good to Smith, breaking free, and he'll be wrestled down shy of the 5 as Jordan Smith, the keeper pick for the Beast this week, is in the mix.
Watch the Beast right here in this replay. You'll see the situation where Stewart gets on the edge of the pocket, controls the crowd, and have Smith come back to the ball and allows him to have a big pocket to throw into and be able to get some extra yards to get the first down.
We got 4 plays, get your win.
Jordan Smith, he was the number 6 overall pick in the week 1 draft. Beast liked him so much they decided to make him the keeper come week 2. Coming off of his week 1 action. 1 catch, but a good one. 40 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, unique thing here is that the Beast spent their first-round draft pick on the defense, on heavy hitters. That's the first time that has happened, and the only team to pick a defense that early. And then it sent other teams worrying about getting a defense afterwards, but the Beast set the trend on that one. And they still set up with a great QB, a solid wide receiver, and their franchise running back, Quinn Porter, who gets the ball here.
Here's Porter inside the progressive blue zone, changing direction, has a block. Uncle Quinn is in.
Quinn Porter and the Beast, they do a toss play, the fans, which is an awesome play because you give him the opportunity to be able to cut back and score the touchdown right here. Quinn Porter, he gets on the edge with this toss play, sees the D-line in front of him, cuts back, gets a nice block from Stu, and then gets into the end zone. Just watch him with the vision to be able to see it's nothing there and bounce back and then.
You love to see that from your quarterback as well. Again, you don't necessarily want him to throw one of those big blocks, but just enough to slow down a guy. Quinn Porter can do the rest of it. And so we got ourselves a game here. 2 teams that know how to run the ball. They find success. How about that? As the Beast try to take the lead here. Extra points win games. Let's see if they're able to do it off this one.
To Smith, and the defense does enough. Darius Dokes, big celebration after knocking that one away, and Smith a little slow to get up in the corner of the end zone, so we'll check on Jordan Smith. But in the meantime, Quinn Porter, the veteran, punches one in. The Beasts are on the board. We're tied at 6. We'll take a timeout and return after this. Fan-controlled football broadcast is brought to you by Progressive Insurance, handing off big savings to you. These were able to hand off to Quinn Porter. He finds the end zone on a 6-yard run. 2-point conversion not there, so we stay level at 6.
I know, but look, just look. We'll
And
set it up.
Vigon,
We'll do it, though.
Gonzalez,
We'll give it to
Ryan
you.
Shazier, Liv Moods, Greg Meskel here with you from Pullman Yards in Atlanta, Georgia. Should have been Stars. And Ladarius Galloway back on the attack, and Galloway tries to stretch things out, nothing doing.
Ooh, big hit there into our Red Hat. Red Hat is normally the person that comes out on the field that lets everyone know how long the commercial is. Our Red Hat looks real smooth in his suit, but it's not quite football pad. So as this tackle's made by Sam Brown, everyone over there, the referee and a Red Hat, forced to get out of the way. But I like the fact that our should have been Stars play callers, our fans at home, are picking to start with the run. Set up the run to open up the pass. This defense that you're playing against is a very aggressive defense. So again, if you're at home, you want to figure out how to call the plays, download the app, Apple Store or the Android Store, the Google Play Store, and type in FCF, pick your team, and you can go ahead and call the plays right now.
We have two of the best defensive players in the league in this game as well, with Cecil Cherry and then Slick Nick. So it's really exciting to see this really aggressive and potent defense versus really these two strong offenses.
There's a second down.
Tight end.
Jarman, that's good on the run, up to the 20. Completion is there to Radez Henderson, the 25-year-old out of Slippery Rock.
So Henderson right here, he has a D lineman guarding him. He's a big target for Jarman right in the middle of the field. And you see right here, puts his hands up, waiting for the ball because he has a D lineman guarding him. And one thing I got to tell Cherry, hey, keep your head up, keep your head up.
And that's one of the unique plays that had both tight ends go out. So there was only the center against the nose guard. So both tight ends, you had one of those mismatches there. Actually, when I said, hey, tight end, I was actually looking at the other tight end. And then here comes Radez with a nice catch. And nice little flow to this drive here. Start with the run, go with the pass, and see what you all at home pick for this next play.
Interesting thing is, too, if you have two tight ends and they both go out for routes, then that means it's only one-on-one when it comes to rush on the quarterback.
Where do they go here on a first down at the 10-minute mark in this first half? It's run again. Galloway spinning off defenders. A hurdle again. Doesn't get much, but whatever he does, he makes it look pretty.
Oh, man, that was a straight-up circle button right there. I was feeling it so much that I couldn't hold it in. Yeah, 97, how do you like that one? And then maybe, you sometimes use triangle. That one's a little scary, but again, Quantez Stiggers, he goes low every time. He's not afraid to make these tackles against running backs. And Galloway knows it. He keeps going over him, but still gets the job done on that one.
If you're joining us on Twitch, there is so much more content on the FCF channel than just our game days. Make sure you subscribe at twitch.tv/FCF. You, of course, get game day. You get our Wednesday night. That includes our draft coming up this Wednesday, plus our man-up competitions, and a whole host of great programming throughout the week. Josh McCluga anchoring just 18 hours a day. He's sharing all kinds of videos, so make sure you subscribe. Twitch.tv/FCF.
Those of you in the chat right now, we're giving our Wendy's giveaway. Just type in Wendy's, all lowercase, WENDYS, to enter and have your opportunity to win yourself a gift card from Wendy's.
Go!
2nd and 6, play action. The blade, let's fly, that's good. Complete for a first down to Javal Calvin.
Jarman right here sits in the pocket and sees that he has enough time to be able to give Calvin a nice completion right here. He goes over Cherry, which is a very difficult throw. He goes over his head right into the window so Calvin can catch it. And that was a great catch and run by Calvin and Jarman.
Calvin, another story in the FCF, another guy you just can't help but root for from Illinois. Talked about it in the preseason as he sat down for interviews leading up to training camp. Said he grew up in a rough area, moved 23 times, lost his brother at a young age, and hopes to obviously play well here in fan control football, but also has goals to break generational poverty. And so you can't help but just cheer on someone like that, like Javal Calvin here in fan control football.
Yeah, and again, goes towards the moniker that we have for all of our players, more than an athlete. A lot of these guys have, bigger stories than that, as Galloway gets the carry here.
Here is Galloway, not afraid to reverse field, takes a few hits, keeps it moving. Was bounced out of play there. He is the original pinball wizard, just bouncing off everyone else, the paddles, if you will, that are these defensive players as he pushes downfield.
If you watch Galloway right here in this situation, you see there's nothing in front of him. He just side shuffles to the left and then breaks this tackle. Watch, you're watching the video and you don't see nowhere to run, and he just makes away. And he just avoids that tackle with his body mass, pushes one guy off, and then gets his team into the progressive blue zone.
Yeah, and we don't always call him out, but this O-line doing a great job when it's time to run. They're holding up the edge there. That's big number 66, Abram Holland, giving him the edge to make that cutback here. So solid job by this offensive line and tight end group named The Wall.
Early, low.
Did that progressive blue zone. It's a great name, by the way, for an offensive line. Just trying to fortify their run game. Sweep the leg. You see the AR plugging in the play here, called by you, the fans.
Jarwin's going to remind me a little bit of Tebow in this one.
Number 15, Slade Jarman. 2nd and 3 on the 9. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Jarman, he called it, just like Tebow himself. Takes the carry and looking for that first down.
Man, but it was Cecil Cherry shooting the gap there and preventing that from being a huge one. He makes the tackle as well. And so, hey, should have been Stars fans at home calling some run plays. We want to shout out some of our best, highest rated fan IQ fans out there of the SBS crew. Pesky Cashew at the top with 3,000 leading the way. We got Ghost Hunter 1974 in second, 360, just a simple name there at third. They've been doing a great job calling the plays. The Beasts on the opposite side. It's DB Factor at number 1, Rock Chalk 1, and Cool 1, all there in the top 3. Again, you gain fan IQ if you call the right play, and you can call the right play by downloading the app, picking a team to pick plays for, and go from there. The higher your fan IQ, the higher your level, the more weight your vote has, so that it prevents people from making a bunch of dummy accounts and picking bad plays.
Troll proof here in the FCF. Galloway, tackle proof, touchdown.
That was no pinball machine there. He's just prancing right around all of the defenders there. And the offensive MVP of season 1.0 trying to make a case here for 2.0. 2 huge plays there.
Right here, Galloway, he gets the ball on the edge. The Beast shoot the gap, and then he just avoids the tackle. He sidestepped one guy. Right here, you see number 28, Mike Lee, shoots the gap, and then all Galloway does is sidestep everybody and gets to the end zone.
32 yards on his first touchdown run, 7 on the second, and the Stars ahead 12-6 looking for 2.
One thing that I'm really loving by the should have been Stars fans is that they understand what their
We got Zaire here calling the 2-point for the should have been Stars.
Galloway giving them
It's
the rock.
defenseman Keith Wainwright's son Zaire. Here we go.
And Galloway now looking to add on 2 more. Give a little fake. You got to be in the end zone for this to count. And Samuel Brown not having it.
Zaire, what do you think?
A little bit of fake there.
You like it? We liked it. There we go. Should have been Stars. Thanks, Coach.
One of the great parts about FCF, if you're able to come out here in Pullman Yards, there's so much interactivity with the players, with the fans. Even after his game, Johnny Manziel was still taking pictures with fans, and it's so close. These booths that we have for our fans are right there, right underneath. It's a great experience, and you see young Zaire Wainwright calling that play. Didn't quite work out, but hey, that's the type of interactivity you can expect with the FCF.
Fans, don't miss all the link to Terrell Owens VT footage here, mic'd up, watch him broadcast the final game of the evening happening right now. You can see there's TO in the TO zone. Tune into the TO zone exclusively on Fubo Sports Network. Good crew there in one of our suites here overlooking the field.
TO, I think that was Drewski up there as well. I'm sure Drewski's asking, hey man, you enjoying being on the Zappers? You trying to come be a star?
You question the trade?
Beast and Quinn Porter on the carry. He's rolled up at the 10.
Ball.
Beast fans right here, you understand, like we said before, that you guys love the run as well. Make sure you continue to give Quinn Porter the ball. He got you into the end zone last time, and just make sure you continue to do the same thing this time.
we go. 2nd and 9. Only need 9.
Clock rolling along, 4:35 to play, first half. Good battle between these two, our final game of week 2. Should have been Stars leading the Beasts 12-6. All of our international fans, make sure you catch live games here from Fan Control Football every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern on DAZN. It's available in over 200 countries and territories outside the U.S. Appreciate everyone tuning in today on DAZN.
Here we go. Beast fans getting a little antsy with the run. They're going with the pass here. Hoss fly, you have both tight ends going out on this one. So keep an eye on the matchup. Does look like Quinn Porter's still in, so maybe he's going to run one of these other routes, but keep an eye on the tight end matchup on the right side there.
Marcus Carradine near side. Play action, Stewart to throw. Eludes the rush, he'll take it himself to the 20, slide down out of play. QB Stu doesn't have to pick up the first down.
This is what we talked about beginning of the game. Stu, he understands there's nothing downfield and uses his legs. And last week he used his legs to help them get the lead. And right here, he looks, he sees nothing, gets on the right side, gets downfield, and then slide to make sure he doesn't take a hit.
Official just correcting himself.
So that's slide, good job.
A first down. It will actually be third down.
I love the refs. I love the refs hot mic, man. We are getting so much of the insights. There we go. We were hitting. He's saying quarterback started his slide a little early. He's giving props to his line judge making the call there. Again, the Stripes don't have an easy job here with these unique rules, but definitely taking charge of this one, as looks like we're going with the Wizard of Oz run play here.
3rd and 1 on the 19. Stewart taking it himself, dives across that 20 after the fake to Porter, and now we signal first down. So this drive will stay alive as the Beasts, trailing 12-6, keep it moving. Don't forget to check out the official Fan Control Football store. We look at our replay here.
Right here is what we talked about earlier with Stu keeping the ball and reading the line of scrimmage. He read the line of scrimmage, and the D lineman actually saw that he was keeping the ball. He just decided to keep it because all he had to do was get a few inches. So he made sure they got those few inches instead of passing the ball off to Quinn.
So a reminder, check out the official FCF store. Shop now to receive 20% off your game day purchase. The code is GameDay20. So head to the FCF store, shop now. You'll receive 20% off your game day purchase using code GameDay20, or scan this QR code. Store.fcf.io is the place to be.
Here we go, setting up the pass play here. Nice guy, Eddie. This is one that we call a lot. Keep an eye on the slot here, Justin Nichols.
Stewart again. Slick Nick breaking free, throwing on the run. Picked off. Interception for the Stars. Darius Dokes on the pick.
This is a situation right here where Stewart was being a little bit too aggressive. He had 2 open guys in front of him, and he just tried to go for the jugular, and there should have been Stars bit him up for it. Right here, watch, you see him escape the pocket, and then he throws the ball downfield. When you watch from the other angle, you'll be able to see, oh, you can't see it on this angle, but you'll see the ball just goes over top of his receiver, and then number 29 for the should have been Stars, Mr. Dokes comes back and gets the interception and makes sure that his team has great field position.
Couple of options there defensively. They could have had that pick for the Stars. All keyed by the pressure from that man, Slick Nick. Push Stewart out, threw on the run, turns it over. It's back to the Stars on offense when we come back. 1 minute left, first half.
Come on.
Tonight's fan-controlled football broadcast is brought to you in part by Link2. Private investing made simple. 1 minute to go, first half. Should have been Stars 12, Beast 6. Stars back on offense after the interception. Digon, Ryan Shazier, Liv Moods, Greg Meskell here with you from Pullman Yards, closing out week 2 of fan-controlled football season 2.0. And the Beasts here, 1 minute in FCF time. Guys, we know that is an eternity. They can do some damage here.
That's right. The clock stops on first downs and out of bounds within the first 30 seconds of the last minute, and then in the last minute it stops every play. So you can do some run plays and it won't chew up the clock, except this first one. This first one will chew up the clock because we're not within the final 30 seconds.
And not often we see Galloway stopped with that sort of authority.
Right here, you see the heavy hitters, they get into the backfield and there's 3 defenders at the line of scrimmage once Galloway got there. When it's 3 people on one, sometimes he can make them miss, but just not that time.
It's like when they carried Dan Marino off in Ace Ventura. They had him wrapped up. 12-6 the lead right now for the Stars, and it looks like we'll have a timeout on the field. Remember, each team gets one of those per half. Use it or lose it. And when that happens, it does force you, the fans, to pick a new play.
Yeah, if the offense does it, generally it's the coaches letting you know, hey, fans, we didn't like that play. Pick a better one. You can see right there one of our fans doing that right now with our over-the-shoulder shot. That's actually the app. So you can go into the app. It has the broadcast on it up top. Boom, that guy's like Inception right here. What's happening?
And if you want to be like one of these guys in the venue, calling the plays, watching all the action, get your game day experience passes now. Head to that link, fcf.tixter.com. Good chance Renee Montgomery will be here. You can come watch your favorite fan-controlled football team in person. Get your game day experience passes today.
Go.
Play action, Jarman, incomplete.
Go, man.
Not there for Justin Times.
Hey.
Yeah, Slade's going to want that one back. Again, we've seen his arm strength, but that one felt like, he didn't need to pull that one. There's no one really around. Get the ball in the hands of Justin Times. One of the fastest players here in FCF. Ran a 4.3. I think it was 4.34 during the tryouts, and had spent time over at USC as a track star.
Yeah, was a pro track athlete after his college days and now circling back to football, but I think far and away the fastest guy here in the FCF. Of course, we know, Shazier, track speed is one thing, right? Football speed is a different animal when you've got the pads and people chasing you and all those good things.
Yeah, football speed is definitely a different thing than track speed. It's a lot of guys that get on the track, they're fast, and they're not as fast on the field because they're a little bit nervous. Last week we seen Justin Times grab the ball, and he got from the 15-yard to the other 15-yard very fast. So I think he understands how to use his track speed on the football field.
33 seconds to play, first half. Jarman looking to throw, avoids the rush, fires a bullet. That's complete to Calvin across the middle.
Fans, you don't understand how difficult a pass that is right now.
Hey, I'm strong now, don't do me.
And the flag is on the play. There's a flag tucked into the far corner.
Oh my gosh.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense. Penalty's 10 yards at the end of the run. It's going to be a first down.
So roughing the passer, 10-yard penalty tacked on to that reception as Jarman took the brunt of that.
Yeah, Chad is going nuts. We do have smart fans at home saying, what a throw. That was amazing yet again. On the run, cross body, and he just flings it on out there. Oh yeah, that one's a little late. A little soft hit, but definitely a late hit there. You're going to get penalized for that one every time. That one is number 90, Jonathan McKinney. Just for a heads up, he did go and dap up afterwards. Say, oh, my bad.
Hey, you know, the defense can't get everything. You know, it's either pass interference or roughing the passer. So I'd rather just not get caught for pass interference. So I think the defensive players are upset about that situation, but you got to give her a little bit if you're going to take a little bit.
I thought you maybe you'd have an acronym, you know, right? What would you say? Pass interference is personal improvement.
Roughing the passer.
Is that a reflection period, perhaps, to think about what could have been?
Yeah, it could have been. I could have hit him harder and got a better foul.
Galloway wrestled down inside the 20. So a 3-yard gain there, 2nd and 7. 22 seconds left, under 30 seconds now. And the clock will stop after every play.
Yeah, and that's one of the unique things that I love about this, because you play callers at home for your team. You can still call runs. They actually chew off less time than passes. Run plays generally will take 4 to 5 seconds each time. Pass plays have taken, we've seen 7, and if we get the scramble and all that stuff, up to like 12 seconds. So if you're keeping track of it, you got about 4 to 5 plays left if they're all run plays. And then anytime you do a pass play, counted around like 6 to 7 seconds. And that's if it happens very quickly.
Drone operator just showing off right now. Flying over tables, in between drinks, and now onto the field.
Hey, Gaston.
22 seconds left. Big Hoss toss. The play call from you, the fans. Here's Galloway looking to throw. Wide open, touchdown! Galloway finds Calvin for 6.
I did not know that we had trick plays. That should have been fans. You guys could have not called a better play or set it up any better in that type of situation. You gave Galloway 9 carries, multiple pitches. Watch right here. He gets on the edge, gets hit.
Oh my goodness.
Flipped and still delivered a dime right there to Calvin.
How does he complete this throw?
He's used to hurdling, so he hurdled and then got it up into the air and made sure Calvin was able to catch it.
I like that one, Chase. Oh, man. That looked like one of those animations in Madden where you're like, how does that work? I hit everything but his arm, and it still flicks like 40 yards downfield. Great play there by Latarius Galloway, making that one happen. Oh, boy.
20-yard connect. Galloway finds Calvin. Good day for Calvin thus far. 3 grabs, 42 yards, and a touchdown.
Is there trick play plays?
There is now.
I did not know that you can pick a trick play, Dion. You didn't tell me that. You're picking all the plays over there.
I mean, there's only 2 plays here, 2 pass plays. Big Hoss toss. I didn't realize that was the running back throwing that one. So great call there by our should have been Stars fans.
Here's the man up. Little hold there and a flag.
Oh, they're just calling everything on defense today.
It's Justin Times coming across, and so they'll award the points to should have been Stars.
Was it holding or it doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
Man, my referee has got the game under control.
Give him a move inside.
Defense number 28. He grabbed the defender while the ball was in the air. We're going to retry.
So, in fact, they'll redo it. They won't just award the points.
That's not considered a pass interference if you do it within 5 yards.
Go! The ball was in the air.
Here's Times now. Ooh, goes to the ground, can't hang on. Good effort.
Hey, Mike Lee, don't play with me. He told him, don't play with me.
Yeah, Mike Lee is just a baller in this league. Again, one of the reasons why I love this defensive unit. You see, this looks like a caught pass. Mike Lee gets in there and says, no, sir. Taking that one away.
And then right here, you see on the edge, Galloway sets up, squares his shoulders, gets it downfield, gets hit, and then just delivers a straight dime to Calvin, who gritties all the way into the hot mic.
Tremendous play from Galloway. And you asked about the trick plays. Well, they did toss it. He took the toss, and then after that, he decided, I'm not going to run. I'm actually going to pass.
I don't even know if the fans knew that was the play. They might have.
No, they did. The
should have been fans are a lot smarter than I am. So, but you guys set that one up awesomely with the 9 runs.
Hey, their fan IQ is higher. Football IQ, I'm sure you got it.
Stewart trying to answer. Smith can't hang on. Had a defender beat and trying to dive and haul that one in. Not there.
Stewart puts the ball on a line. Right here, he gets on the edge. You guys move him around the pocket, and then Smith is fighting. He's fighting in coverage, and then gets his hands on it, gets his arms underneath it, and just the ball hits the ground and bounces from underneath it.
Defender had fallen down. They were in a little bit of a tussle. Smith finally breaks free and just couldn't hang on. Now 8 seconds left here.
Yeah, again, you see that pass play, we started with 15 seconds, now we're down to 8, so maybe you get 2 pass plays off here. You can get a mid-range one and then try to go for a Hail Mary. Maybe you go for 2 Hail Marys here, but the time is just going to be the big factor here. That deep play happened pretty fast. Still took 7 seconds off. We'll see what Jay Stu pulls out here with Wolfpack Underground as the voted play by the Beasts.
Wolfpack Underground, I have noticed, is one of the most popular plays in this year's Fan Control Football League.
Second down, 8 seconds left. Stewart out of his own end zone. Incomplete there for LaMarcus Carradine, and now just 3 seconds left here in this first half.
Right here, the Beasts, they're trying to get something downfield, and Stewart's starting to move around the pocket a little too freely. Sometimes you don't have to move as early as he's moving, and he's just trying to force something in. And right there was no window, so he made a good throw by trying to get it to the only way his receiver can catch it. Unfortunately, he couldn't catch it, so it ended up just being an incomplete pass.
All right, last play here. Fans voting at home. It's going to be Magic Juan. Lots of option routes at the top of the tree, but this is basically everyone running deep. You kind of know what it is. We know that J. Stu has the arm strength to get it there.
It's 3 seconds. It's on the 10, and he's trying to punch it in to get a good look here over the shoulder. Fans tapping in on the FCF app with what they want to go with. Final play of our first half. Beast trying to get one back here. Trailing 18-6. Stewart gets free. He'll have to go short. They'll try and make something happen. Here's Smith to the 20. Smith looking for room to operate. Still going, and he is taken down at the 10 as time expires. Porter was looking for a lateral. Nothing there, and that's how this first half comes to a close. Should have been stars. Ladarius Galloway, 3 touchdowns, ran for 2, passed for another in a tremendous completion. And the should have been stars lead it 18-6 as we have come to the halftime break of our final game of the night. It's been all about Galloway. We've got a highlight brew break on the way. The iconic beer of Florida, a uniquely tropical style of an American IPA. Should have been stars leading the Beasts 18-6. The Ladarius Galloway show continues here in fan control football. A star a season ago, and he is back to it. 3 touchdowns so far. 2 on the ground, 1 in the air as we welcome you back upstairs to our broadcast booth. Ryan Shazier, Degon, Greg Meskel here with you. Liv Moots joining us down on the field. Well, he was the guy we keyed in on for should have been stars, Degon. Ladarius Galloway delivering what you'd expect.
Yeah, and in new ways every time. It's not just that you're getting the right call, he makes one cut and going. He's making some spectacular plays, reversing the field, getting a block from this quarterback, and then throwing on that one. That was probably one of the hardest throws I've seen here in the FCF.
Here's a look back at some of our first half action, and you'll see a lot of that man in 7 purple. Ladarius Galloway hurtling and in. Shazier, we talk so often about levels of football, and I think people that are new to FCF wonder, okay, what's the talent level, what's the quality? When you see moves like that from Galloway and like this from Quinn Porter, what comes to mind?
These are pro-style caliber moves. All these moves that you're seeing right here, these are the same moves that you see when you're watching collegiate, high-style collegiate football or professional football, and especially some of these interception and the defensive plays that you're seeing as well.
So good look at some of the big moments from the first half. We will take a timeout and come back with the second half after this. All broadcast is brought to you in part by Wendy's. Try the $5 Biggie Bag today.
Got a lot of people spamming Wendy's in the chat to win yourself part of the gift cards that are going out. And obviously, if you're here in the stadium, maybe you get yourself a Wendy's delivery from Grubhub.
Yeah, here's that custom meal delivery. Don't forget, order Wendy's on Saturday and Sunday each week and receive $5 off any order, $20 or more.
I'm still waiting on ours.
Don't think you're going to get it tonight, my man.
Oh, man.
Hopefully next week.
Starving.
We got a whole long season to make sure our main man Shazier stays fed.
Wendy's came through clutch in season 1. We had a delivery 1 week that was next level. Looking forward to that as we're back to it. Quinn Porter trying to lunge forward, pick up a couple.
I love this by the fans. You saw, I saw a couple people in the chat saying, hey, let's get back to the running game. Let's establish the run first. They start with it, get 3 solid yards here. But again, it puts the defense a little bit more on their heels just in case. And then you can set up the pass later. You know, Jason Stewart's willing to be mobile in the pocket. So nice call here by the Beast fans.
So one thing that I've always told myself when I was playing, that having 3.5, 3 yards per run is actually a good run. And a lot of people say, hey, you know, if you run it 3 times, that means it's only you have a 4th and 1 type of situation. To me, in fan control football, you have no punt. So 4th and 1, you want to at least have a situation like that almost every time you get in the ball.
Yeah, this is always 4-down territory here, and sometimes 5-down territory in the Fan Control Football League if you go progressive 5th down. Opening minute of our second half. Beast looking to battle back. Quick out, completion there to LaMarcus Carradine out of Mississippi, Belhaven College.
Marcus Carradine, a big part of this Beast offense. And I just wanted to highlight here, because in the AR, we see that, hey, isn't that supposed to be a super back that runs that? Once the coaches put in the personnel, they basically still run the same route. So that route on the outside, it was either a fly or a hitch. It was a choice there. LaMarcus Carradine still runs it. Either way, it's just without the motion of the running back into the backfield. Part of the way that we still call the plays and don't take forever in terms of getting substitutions in, and also always giving away based off of the personnel what the play is going to be. So nice play call there by our fans at home. We get ourselves a first down for the Beasts.
Yeah, you bring up a great point when fans say, hey, wait a minute, that wasn't run exactly to specifications, right? Sometimes the quarterback sees something in the moment in the defense and has to ad-lib so that doesn't end up in a major loss.
And then also, a lot of times when it comes to football, the personnel's change, but the plays stay the same.
Porter sheds one tackler, can't leave another. Excellent work, not letting go. That's Rusty Becker.
We take a look at our passing yard leaderboard. These are the fans at home that have called the pass plays that have had the most success. We made a shout out earlier in our last game. Calvage 22 and Kev New 360. I think they flipped spots. I think it was Kev New that was at top earlier. Rock, Jay Bravo, Smoke a Lot of Potamus. He dropped down the leaderboard there. I remember his name there. Coach Richie, Nerd, and Likes Candy there are our top 8 play callers. And if you want to get involved in the action, we've said it over and over again, download the app FCF in your Apple Store and your Google Play Store if you're on Android, or connect your Twitch account to the FCF extension. Hover over the gameplay, you'll see it pop up on the left, and you can get to call in the plays.
Stu rushes on. That's low. Tries to get rid of it. They'll say no catch, and Carradine thought he had the grab, but official quickly ruling that one on the turf here at Pullman Yard. Second look courtesy of Great Clips.
Watch D-block right here. They have him on the run the whole game. This is a very tough catch right here. And this play is going under review.
Yeah, that one looked good to me. We'll keep looking at all the different angles here, but one of the great things of FCF, you guys at home get to decide, is this a catch or not? I think his hands get underneath it. Remember, the call on the field was that it was incomplete. It doesn't have to be conclusive. It has to be what you guys at home decide. So make your decision now using the app.
Overturn this.
That looked like a catch. What do you think, Shays?
I'm going with the fans. This is a fan control league, not Ryan. So I'm going to just... Last time I said my opinion, the fans went the opposite way.
Fans, you hurt Ryan's feelings last time. Apologize now.
This angle's tough here because you're screened out by the receiver, so hard to tell if the football hits the ground at some point there as he's rolling over.
I love it. Roland Dabbs says, it was a good catch after the bounce. So I think we know what Roland Dabbs is voting here.
Waiting for the official word here.
Here, boss. Where is the ball? Fans have voted. The ruling on the field has been overturned. It's a completed catch.
There it is, fans. You voted and determined that was a catch for LaMarcus Carradine.
That was a great catch right there by Carradine. He made sure he got low and had his hands underneath the ball so it doesn't touch the ground. And so nobody thinks that it's an incomplete pass.
I mean, some people did. They were just wrong. The fans, as a majority, were right. Look at that. We're getting a pleading up the top there by one of our owners. That's awesome.
We're going to shut him up. Don't worry. We're going to shut him up. All it takes is one.
So with that catch standing, Stewart to Carradine for 5 yards. That brings up a 3rd and 5 on the 25.
I just heard somebody on the Beast offense say, hey, we're going to shut him up. It only takes us one play.
That's confidence from this Beast group. Beast last week all over the Glacier Boys, 36-20. Should have been stars. They were winners over the Zappers, 20-12.
Oh, man, right now the should have been stars owner's box just giving it to the referee right now. After we call this play, I'm sure we could take a look at it because they are right over the action.
Toss to Porter. He'll throw. Tries to go back to Stewart. Intercepted. Picked off by the Stars. Looked like Keith Wainwright was the one who hauled that in. So we saw it work with Ladarius Galloway. Not this time with Uncle Quinn.
Right here is not Uncle Quinn's fault all the way. Nate Bestron, he does a good job of putting his hands on the ball, then allowing Wainwright to come up with the interception. This is the thing that we talked about earlier about Stu and Jarwin in the quarterbacks. They understand when to throw the ball and when not to throw the ball. Poyer was under duress right here. He tried to throw the ball under pressure, and as a running back, he should have just kept it, let the play devolve, and then just go on to the next play. He was just trying to get a big play in a hurry, and then end up being a turnover.
I mean, you heard it right. They were trying to go for something cute here, all in one play, and it backfired there. I feel bad because I feel like these calls here for the Beast were pretty good at that point.
And we've got a timeout here with 14:23 to go in the second half. The takeaway for the Stars, and they're back to it on offense, ahead 18-6 when we return. Tonight's fan-controlled football broadcast is brought to you by Tyson Anytizers. A crowd-pleasing taste, variety of types and flavors, and a chock full of protein. Anytizers brought to you by Tyson. Well, the Stars back on offense. Their second interception led to them getting the football back. Their first INT, that resulted in a TD. They'll try and turn defense into offense once again here in the second half.
It should have been Stars can do that for a second time.
Put it away though. We gotta score.
Yeah, I love this because we're looking at the stats here. Ladarius Galloway's got himself a touchdown. Slade Jarman still looking for his first throwing, of course. Currently sitting with 3 for 5, 32 yards. But Slade's had some really good looks, and those catches that he's made, they haven't been easy. He's been darting them in there. Receivers made some big catches so far.
Fans, don't forget, tune into live fan-controlled football games every Saturday beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern on NBC LX and Peacock.
I think it's awesome how close the fans can get involved. We see somebody in the owner's Drewski suite, and he's just heckling at the defensive players of the Beast right now. So I love how close the fans can get involved.
Yeah, Big Drewski's on the field as well. Over in the end zone by his players. They made a big play, and he's going down there congratulating them.
Go!
First down for the Stars, back to Galloway. Flag on the play as he's out of play at around the 21-yard line.
Is it a foul? Right. Holding. Offense, number 72. He grabbed the defender, preventing him from getting to the ball carrier. Penalty is 5 yards. Replay first down.
Is Zion Bird, a.k.a. Z-Man. Right here in this situation, that does not look like a holding to me. I tried to explain it to the fans, but that one didn't look like a holding to me. So the fans, the referees call it a holding, so it's a holding. But a holding is if you hold the jersey of the defender, obviously on the outside, or you're throwing them down and it makes it like a holding type of gesture. But if you're holding them inside of their shoulder pads, and I know I keep saying holding, but this is the call. If you're grabbing them inside of the shoulder pads, it's not considered a holding.
Jays want to see a little bit more shut off there of the defensive end. Get off me. That gets bailed out by the referees. We going back to the pass. Haas fly. Still a first down, just a little bit longer here. Let's keep an eye on where Galloway goes, and I don't see a tight end mismatch. I think 99 here is a blocker, but he's got gloves on, so we'll see what this left side. Oh, now he moved to the right side is.
Joe Grogan can play that tight end position.
There he goes.
Here's Jarman. He's coming towards us and sliding down for the catch. It's Traval Calvin, continues to have a strong night.
Right here, you see, it should have been Stars fans. You guys send up great play action, great passes to be able to allow this play to set up. Right here, you see Jarwin squeeze the ball inside. It seems like they're in some type of cover 2 type defense because there was no safety over top and the corner was underneath, and he squeezes the ball right into that pocket.
Replay there, courtesy of Great Clips. Look great, feel great, perform great. That's the confidence that comes with a trip to Great Clips. Under 13 to play here in the second half. 18-6 should have been Stars in control and looking to add.
Something I'm liking here by Jarman is that he's throwing zip in his pass. A lot of people in the chat are saying, hey, safety is a little bit too far back. That's Big Mike Lee. He has these big hits. But if you zip it in there like he just did, it doesn't give Mike Lee a great chance at a running start here.
Go!
Jarman keeps it himself. Moving to the 10, to the 5, and he is pushed out inside the progressive blue zone, short of the end zone. That was Cecil Cherry coming over for the stop.
Cecil Cherry comes over and makes sure Jarwin doesn't get in. Right here you watch Jarwin reads the D lineman, he plays the run, he gets on the edge, and Cecil Cherry just runs to make sure he doesn't get in. You see the D lineman bites on the run play, Jarwin comes on the edge, and Cecil Cherry just forces him out of bounds so he doesn't get the first down.
Again, just a staple of football, the read option, and that time Jonathan McKinney on the outside bites a little bit too hard, as one would because it's Ladarius Galloway going the other way. Slade Jarman not afraid of getting dirty and doing the dirty work on that run, gets the first down.
Inside the progressive blue zone now with the 1st and goal on the 1. And don't forget, time to submit your Gatorade Player of the Game nomination. Fans, who do you think is our Gatorade Player of the Game? Might be someone that has yet to reveal themselves. Still 11 minutes to go, but you can make your pick now exclusively in the Twitch chat.
My player of the game is the guy that's about to score a touchdown right now.
Whoever it might be.
I know who it's going to be.
It's Galloway pushing forward across the goal line. The signal's in. Touchdown, Ladarius Galloway, his 4th touchdown, 3rd rushing. He has 1 passing and an all-star performance for the should-have-been star legend.
Ladarius Galloway is a not should-have-been star, he is a star. Right here, you watch him get the ball, just get downhill and just force his way into the end zone. And all he has to do is have the ball inside the white. Right here, he just uses his legs. Ball is obviously in the white, it's in the black right here, and that just shows you that's a touchdown.
Man, should have been Stars fans with this play calling have been on top of it. They started with the run again, they open up with the pass, they do a little bit of trickeration, give the read option to your very capable quarterback here in Slade Jarman, who also gets the yards, and then finish it off again with the reason why you're here, your offensive MVP of season number 1, Galloway. It's been a masterclass of play calling.
Go!
Here's Tyus Boykin for 2. Gets inside, knocked away. Quantez Stiggers coming across, but other than that, everything should have been Stars. 24-6. They lead the Beasts.
Excuse me. One thing I learned.
Right here, you see Stiggers. He's a little sticky right here with a lot of grabbing, but he does a good job of just playing through, staying physical, and playing his hands through the ball right here.
So 24-6, and Degon, you were talking about the balance here. It should have been Stars. 19 plays run, 12 rush, 7 pass, 77 rush yards, 69 passing yards. Really just about split down the middle.
What's crazy is
Hold up.
Galloway almost has as
We
many
got a
yards
foul.
as the Beast himself.
Looking like the Beasts are going to try and use one of their power-ups. We'll see which one they choose to go with.
Hold up. Fans are voting for a power play.
So we're waiting on the fan vote to confirm a power play or a 7-on-6 advantage for the Beasts.
We saw a couple of fans at home wonder, hey, what's that lightning bolt? What's that, those arrows, what's that 5 mean? Those are the power plays that you have here in fan control football. Different ways to create advantages for the offense. So the power play, the lightning bolt, that one removes one of the defenders out off the field, and you play 7v6. And so the Beast currently voting on that. The coaches can throw the challenge flag, and then you guys at home get to vote whether you do it or not.
The Beast
And that's what we're waiting
fans
for.
have voted for a power play for a man down. Should have been Stars to have to play with one less defensive player until they get a first down or a score.
So there it is. The fans confirm it. The Beasts will use their power play, so that's their 7-on-6 advantage. They've still got a couple of power-ups left, flip the field, and their progressive 5th down. Beasts trying to, for starters, keep control of the football. Stars have scored 12 points off of 2 Beast turnovers.
QB change here.
Got Alfonso Howard in. And he's on the move and has speed. Howard to the 20, the 15, and out of play, a big chunk of yards for Alfonso Howard, who just came on.
Alfonso Howard just came in, just changed the pace of the Beast offense right immediately. He sits in the pocket, sees there's nothing there, and he's out immediately. He's like, I'm not playing around. I'm showing my speed, gets out of bounds, make sure he doesn't take a hit. He doesn't even look downfield that long, and he's like, I'm out of there. So one thing that's good for the Beast right now is that they just changed their field and then now allow them some really, really solid field position to try to score again.
Shout out to everyone joining us here on Twitch. Don't forget to subscribe to the FCF Twitch channel, twitch.tv/FCF. You get all the game day action live, our Wednesday night draft, man-up competitions, plus a whole host of programming throughout the week, the fan controlled show, player pledge, and so much more. Subscribe at twitch.tv/FCF.
All right, so that power play is now over. They got the first down, did not score, so we're back to 7-on-7. But I like that. Call a pass play here, and if the space opens up, there's someone that's got to be open. In this case, it was the quarterback spy. No quarterback spy there. And Alfonso Howard gets the offense going.
That's offsides here on Jordan Smith as he jumped the gun. A 26-yard run from Howard and then trying to go quickly, and Smith a little too quick to move off the line.
Prior to snap, false start. Offense, the players will be on the neutral zone before the snap. Penalties 5 yards, first down.
Biting down. He biting down for the hitch. He biting down for the hitch. You can tell.
All right, here we go. First and 15. And again, the clock will run consistently until the final minute. So mathematically here, Beasts don't have to score, but it will help a ton here. You're still down 3 possessions.
Yeah, they'll want to try to keep chipping away, and if they still trail under 5 minutes, they can start to work with the comeback rule. FCF's version of the onside kick, but they have to find their way into the end zone first here with 9:30 and counting. Final game, week 2. Fan-controlled football season 2.0. 24-6, Stars ahead. Little bobble there for Howard. Now dealing with pressure. Fumble. Ball is stripped loose. Still fought for it. Recovered. Taken away by the Stars. And going down with it there, Darius Dokes. What pressure from Slick Nick and company. That ball pops loose. Nick Williams is the one who prized this football free. Second look.
Slick Nick right here does a good job of playing through the ball. He punches down on the ball to force the fumble, and then as everybody fights for it, watch Alfonso Howard. He gets on the edge, he tries to run away, but you see Slick Nick punches the ball, everybody fights for it, then Dokes ends up with it. You see Drewski's happy as the team owner, and he's all about it.
Love that. Drewski just down on the field celebrating with his players. And I think one thing that is surprising these quarterbacks is how fast these defensive linemen are in pursuit. We saw a lot of these strip, sack, fumble kind of plays from around the corner. It looks like the quarterback's ready to take off with speed, and the pursuit right there. Slick Nick, we've been calling his name all season long. The most disruptive defensive lineman in the league. I'm more than happy to stake a claim to that one.
Now, an absolute star here in fan-controlled football. He's a big personality, active on social media and on all the FCF programming, but backing it all up with his play. And surging in there for the strip, a scramble for it. Thought the Beast might get it back, but the Stars are there with Dokes, and now they're back on offense with Devon Gibbons in at quarterback. Gibbons, he's able to hang on and advance up near the 25.
That was a little bit of a fumble-rooski there on the snap, but Gibbons still able to get yardage. Can't wait to take a look at that one again.
Devon Gibbons coming in out of Savannah State. Don't forget, it's happening live right now. The TO Zone is underway. You can catch all the Terrell Owens VT footage here mic'd up. Watch him broadcast this final game of the night. Tune into the TO Zone exclusively on Fubo Sports Network.
One of the great things about FCF, all the different ways that you can watch and all the different angles you get right here. You're seeing our drone coverage just right into the face of our players. Yeah, they're big. They're athletic. They're making plays, and all of that brought to you by all of our broadcast partners and our drone pilots out here.
And there's a Slick Nick fan with the OTO shirt. His brand only takes one. 2nd and 3 now on the 24.
Last play we see Gibbons fumble the snap, you know, that's what happens when you're fresh into the game.
He gives the toss to Tyus Boykin, who is hammered out of bounds. Gets the first down, and takes a shot there into the wall. Cecil Cherry coming over.
Tyus Boykins, he's normally a receiver. They put him in this situation right now just to give him the ball on the edge. Right here you see he just do what he can, gets the first down, and just gets out of bounds. Most receivers don't like to get the ball in the backfield.
I do not. I did not. There's just too many people to beat. I like beating like 1 or 2 guys, and then I'm good. If there's all 11 and a couple of those guys are like maybe like twice as much as I weigh, I don't want any of that heat. But Tyus Boykin showing part of a lion there, willing to take those kind of hits as he goes around the corner.
Galloway shows you it's not that hard.
Oh yeah, just an offensive MVP. Definitely not hard at all.
Yeah, he showed you that if you're getting upended and doing a somersault, you can still throw a touchdown pass. So just nice and simple stuff.
Not buying time. We're seeing people in the chat saying, "Hey, roll with your stars in terms of play calling." Now going with a pass here. See if we maybe get Tyus in the open.
3 receivers available here for Gibbons. Nearing the 5-minute mark, we'll get a flag.
Yeah, unfortunately, number 63, D. Boris. No.
Darian DeBrossard.
I'm sorry about that one.
The official call.
False start. Offense number 63. Penalties 5 yards. First down.
So much amazing FCF gear. There's a Should Have Been Stars t-shirt. You can get one just like it. Head to the FCF store. Store.fcf.io. Use the promo code GameDay20 or scan the QR code on the lower part of your screen to shop now.
He is having himself a good time right there.
That's big chillin'.
That's Zapper's luxury suite.
Which is crazy, and that is Drewski's suite. And he's the Should Have Been Stars owner.
He's down there on the field. He's talking to his fans right now, saying, "Hey, dial this one up. We're going with the cheat code here. Up, up, down, down, left, right, be a start."
This is my first time seeing this play.
We've called it a couple of times, but that's definitely.
I thought you were joking around in the play. That was actually the
it's a play. I'll just call it cheat code in the future, but yeah, that's basically what it is.
Go!
Gibbons let's fly to the corner. A juggle and not there. So close to a catch for Treval Calvin. Calvin looking to add to what's been a strong day. He has 4 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
Gibbons is a young quarterback that just got into the game 2 plays ago. He tried to throw it back shoulder to Calvin, but one guy you don't want to throw a lot of passes to is Steger's side. And he made sure he showed him, hey, don't throw the ball over here. He locked him down pretty quick, and it was nothing. It was nowhere to throw it in that area.
Yeah, people in the chat saying, "Bro, come on, catch that." Quintez Stiggers was all over him. Treval Calvin did a great job making sure that wasn't a pick. So I like the play call. I like making a shot here because we've ran the ball a couple times now with Gibbons in here. He's shown his legs. But that was a good defensive play by Quintez Stiggers.
Excited to welcome all of our international fans joining us here for Fan Control Football. Make sure you catch live games every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern on DAZN. Available in over 200 countries and territories outside the United States. Gibbons, Boykin, a burst. Tyus Boykin. He was a high draft pick in week 1, coming off the King of the Hill battle in our man-up challenge and filling in that super back role as he's able to advance across the 20.
Right here, you watch the Should Have Been Stars. They just do the read option play like we've been talking about all day, and Gibbons just makes sure that he gives Boykins the ball, and Boykins gets downhill immediately. And when you get downhill fast like that, it allows you to be able to get quick yardage when a lot of times when running backs are trying to let plays develop, sometimes they don't get as much yardage right away as Boykins is able to do right there.
36 bounce. Hey, 21 big, 36 bounce, first down.
Again, for you all at home that haven't done it yet, download the app FCF in the Apple Store or in the Google Play Store so you can get involved, call the plays, and be part of the sport that is disrupting everything that we've seen in football here.
Well, high snap. Gibbons somehow eludes a sack for a moment, but is eventually caught up to by Vaughn Hoskins and company.
Looked like that snap disrupted that play, but again, I'm sure you all at home, that gun run to the left side would have been a decent play. The line did enough to hold him up, and the clock will continue to run. Again, it runs until the last minute of play, then it'll stop and go with traditional sports rules, stop on out of bounds and kind of like college, stop on first down, and then with the final 30 seconds, they'll stop after every single play.
So one thing that I'm going to let you guys know as fans, everything can look like it's blocked perfectly. If a defensive player sees the ball on the ground, I promise you the blocking just goes to hell. Everybody just, I promise you, defensive players, when they see the ball on the ground, it's like the fastest man to the ball. It's like a party at the ball, and they just do whatever they can to make sure that they can make something happen. And that's what you just seen on that play right there.
Hey, silver and black, 138. I'm sure they feels that kind of feeling. A lot of people want to get the app there. Make sure to download it now. We got a ton of new viewers.
Fourth down, 9 yards to go. Ball on the 19 for the should have been Stars, in control of this one, 24-6. And another score here, guys. It would likely put this one a little too far to reach for the Beasts. As it is, they'll have their work cut out even if they can get a stop, but we know that last minute they can extend some plays with all the clock stoppages. Meanwhile, Devon Gibbons ready to throw to the far corner, a little bit too much on it, trying to go back corner and not there.
Should have been Stars right here. They try to go for the deep pass with Gibbons. And unfortunately, it was just a little too far. You can't throw it into the stands.
Ben Stars are voting for a progressive fifth down.
So after that fourth down was a no-go, a vote is on for a progressive fifth down. This seems like an obvious call here given time and score. Fans will decide this one for the Beasts. As you see, they've already used their power plays. They'll have their Winnies flip the field. Stars sitting on all 3 of their power-ups. We're at 1 minute remaining in this second half.
Oh, my fault. You just gonna let it stand over there?
Man, this one turned out a little bit more uniquely than what I thought. Big ground game here by the should have been Stars. Galloway leading the way there. Slade Jarman kind of picking it apart as the ground game opened up. And the Beasts didn't really get things going on offense as much as we thought they would.
For a fifth down.
No surprise, we get a progressive fifth down called for here by Beast fans. So this drive will continue with a fifth down with 1 minute to go in the second half.
You want to know something that's very interesting? Is that the should have been Stars have more they have the same amount of pass plays and more run plays, but their time of possession is less than the Beasts.
Beasts had a long drive, but didn't get anything from it. Fumbled it away.
Yeah, that's something that you rarely find situations like that in football. You rarely find situations like that in football when somebody has more time of possession than the other team, unless they turn the ball over like the Beast have.
Yeah, Stars have been quick about it, but Darius Galloway has helped. He's ripped off some giant runs, and of course his touchdown pass. Sitting this one out now as the Stars with the lead and just off the mark, looking for Chris Robb, the tight end. He was open. Pass was too far.
Yeah, Gibbons had a couple people. He had Chris Robb in the corner, and then across the field, Tyus Boykin wide open. Ran a drag underneath, but wasn't spotted. Now the Beasts get the ball back. Down 3 possessions here, so it's still a little ways away, but still possible with some of our rules that we got here.
So the Stars using their first power-up. Just to clarify there, they use their progressive fifth down, not the Beasts, who still have their progressive fifth down and their Wendy's flip the field. Stars now have their Wendy's flip the field and their power play. And the Beasts have the football back. 54 seconds left, trailing 24-6. They'll look to score in a hurry and then try and go for the comeback opportunity, which if you're new to FCF means you start with a 4th and 10 on your own 10. If you get a first down, you keep the football. If you don't, it goes back to the other side.
I love this by JB1656 in the chat saying, hey, is there a 6th down? No, there's only one progressive fifth down that you're able to use. You can see right here, Beasts still have that available to them, as they're going to need to score in 3 consecutive possessions here.
And Stewart is back on at quarterback, and the rush is on. He tries to throw it away and still takes a hit. And a flag on the play.
Yeah, we
saw
learned
this
this
earlier
one
with the Zappers.
Johnny Manziel tried to do the same thing. You got to get the ball past the line of scrimmage, otherwise it's intentional grounding.
Offense number 3. He was under duress and threw the ball. Did not go past the line of scrimmage. Penalty 5 yards in the previous spot. You play first down.
Right here, you see the should have been Stars defense, D block, gets him on the edge, and the Beast, they try to give Stu on the edge, and they did not allow him with Harold right there in position once he tried to get on the edge and try to get the ball downfield. Fans, I'm sorry, I just said edge 4 times.
He actually goes it got on the bounce, though.
46 seconds to play in this second half. 24-6, the Stars in front of the Beasts. Jason Stewart back on at quarterback and trying to make some magic happen here, but the intentional grounding, loss of down, now second down, 5-yard penalty. So a 2nd and 15 as D's X is the call. A lot of stuff going downfield, no surprise. And incomplete, looking for Smith across the middle of the field.
Yeah, Smith knows, looking back at Stewart, hey man, I had my guy beat, threw it behind me. So he's gonna walk off and get a substitution there at the receiver position, but Jay Stu, gotta land something here. You still got time. Again, our clock does not run within the last 30 seconds at all. So here with 11 seconds left, I guess what, we're at 41. So until 30 seconds, it's gonna be normal, regular football stoppages on incompletes and out of bounds. And then after that, it'll stop after every play. So mathematically, you still got yourself probably like 8 or 9 plays left in the game. But you gotta start scoring on some of these if you're the Beasts.
30 big.
Yeah, this is must-score time now for the Beasts, to state the obvious, trailing 24-6. And that score, this is what makes the FCF interesting. You're not entirely out of it because of that clock stoppage, because of the comeback rules. If you can get successful long passes downfield, you can make some magic. Here's Stewart throwing on the run, and that's incomplete. Looking for Chandler. Now 34 seconds left and looking at 4th down.
Slick Nick and his D-block defense is causing Stewart to run around the pocket. He throws the ball downfield, but just doesn't have enough touch on it. And his receiver, number 14, Mr. Chandler, was unable to get there.
Yeah, let's just go 30 big.
Again, another one where someone else was open. LaMarcus Carradine was wide open on the left side of the field. Stewart took a nod to him afterwards, realizing it was there. But here we go, 4th down. They do have the 5th down, but you don't want to use it quite yet.
Where do the Beasts go here on this 4th down play? High ball hauled in by number 11, Jordan Smith. And so a good connection there from Stewart, and that will pick up the first down with 30 seconds left. And so they hang on to that progressive 5th down for now. Second look from Great Clips.
Right here, he puts the ball up high. Stewart puts the ball up high and lets cheat code catch it, who is Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith climbs the ladder, grabs that catch, and just makes sure he grabs it so that they can get the first down.
Now under 30 seconds, we'll stop after every play. And
timeout.
Coach Liana calling for time and
No, we're not calling.
seemed a bit frustrated.
Timeout.
We are not calling plays.
Peace.
Coming in. And he was told about that too. We are not calling plays and aren't coming in. Well, how are we supposed to tell
Coach Liana getting on in there, just making sure that the right play gets channeled on in. Got to trust the fans. They're going to go ahead and reload what the play is. Couple substitutions coming on in as well. But that's what these timeouts are for. The personnel's not quite there. They want to make sure that they get the exact play on in so that our fans at home, when you call the right play, you get rewarded, just like our leaderboard right here in the top 8. Neon green tee with all those rushing yards. And here we go, roll into his left.
Stewart on the move, flings it backwards. That is caught by Smith on an epic lateral. He fumbles, gets it back, and then is hammered down. Still trying to move, somehow kept his feet, and now he has stood up at the 20. Well, that's a new one. Woo. Lost a shoe in the process.
Well, Chase, that was the first time we saw the guy that fumbled it recover to move it forward.
So right here, this is a situation where Stewart probably would have been better if he just got the ball out of bounds. They lost a lot of time right here trying to get the ball across the field and getting the ball to Jordan Smith, which I understand he's your best receiver, but you also got to understand when you don't have a lot of time left. In this type of situation, they're trying to force something that's not there.
So now just 13 seconds left on this second down.
Yeah, just with 13 seconds left, it's time for a chat check. Where my should have been Stars fans at? We had a lot of Beast fans earlier, but the should have been Stars players showed up here, as well as the play calling. Just a great overall day here, as should have been Stars looking ahead to 2-0 on the day. And again, a lot of that has to do with you fans at home, the way that you drafted, the way that you called the plays, and made sure you fed your all-star player in Galloway, making it happen.
He's all day.
Play action, Stewart to the end zone and too far once again, trying to lead Carradine to that back corner. We got the should have been Stars squad here looking to move to 2-0, just like the Board 8 Football Club. In all likelihood, those will be your top teams after week 2 here in the FCF.
And rightfully so. The should have been Stars fans, you guys have done a great job of giving Galloway the ball and allowing him to facilitate your offense. And then Jarman, he's a great quarterback to do that as well. Your franchise player had 4 touchdowns today, 3 on the run, 1 in the air, and that just shows you that you built a team around a player that you believe in. And a lot of the fans around the league are still trying to develop a team and understand what they're trying to do for next year as well.
Yeah, and conversely, and this isn't a knock on Uncle Quinn, but Uncle Quinn has touched the ball 5 times. He had the rush 4 times for 10 yards, and then the 1 pass that went awry. So just a little bit of different philosophy here around your franchise players and the play calling around it.
6 seconds left now on 3rd down. Could be the final play. Stu ripped down, and the sack is there. And here's Slick Nick with the backflip.
We need a replay of all of that. Slick Nick ate up the center, put him straight on his back, and then shows it up with the little flip at the end.
This is crazy.
My God.
Watch Slick Nick right here. Oh, he's going to do the backflip on it. Cartwheel to the backflip. Ooh, I'm scared to do a cartwheel, and he did the backflip with the pads on.
With the pads on.
What's so beautiful about this whole play is how he bull rushed the center to allow him to have this type of play to make to do a backflip like this. Slick Nick, he ran over the center, got into Jay Stu's face immediately, and then got the sack. And then after you get the sack, you get to celebrate. Exactly how you want every play to happen.
5-yard loss after that sack. We talk about more than an athlete. Slick Nick is an athlete. An epic move there. Only takes 1 after the takedown into the backflip. And now 2 seconds left. Final play of this one coming up, and it has turned into a flat-out dominant effort from should have been Stars. We've had some lopsided affairs here in week 2 action. Teams asserting themselves as we move towards the week 3 draft. Final play of this one at zeros. Stewart firing on the run. Up for grabs, no one has it, and that's how this one comes to a close. as the should-have-been Stars take it 24-6. Their defense slams the door on the Beasts as the Stars improve to 2-0, powered by a stellar day from Ladarius Galloway. 3 touchdowns rushing and 1 passing as the Stars showing themselves to be Stars at the center of the field in what has been a choreographed postgame throughout the day. We will take a timeout and return to wrap things up here as week 2 is in the books. The Stars finish off the Beasts 24-6.